The other offering by OPPO here at the event in Singapore has one very distinct and wonderful feature, and in order to see that, you have to put it on its side. Hey, it's Josh Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And this is our first look at the OPPO R5. Yes, what you're looking at here is one of the, if not the thinnest phone available in the market today. The R5 by OPPO has a 4.85 millimeter thickness, which is pretty incredible, and it also allows for a very nice aesthetic that is provided by a metallic alloy that goes all around the phone. Now, as far as the elements on the phone goes, you can see here that the micro USB charging port actually doesn't have a whole lot of room left around it, and then the power button on the right side with the volume rocker, though they do feel quite nice, still have no room around them. You're pretty much just hitting the limits when it comes to what you're able to put on the sides of the phone when you make it this thin. As far as the handling goes, metal is always nice to feel in the hand, but with the thinness of this phone, you would think that with very little real estate on the sides to grip with your fingers, it would slip about very easily. But at 155 grams in its weight, there's actually quite a bit of heft and girth to this phone that will allow it to sit very nicely in the palm, and thus it doesn't move around too much, but certainly not as much as you would expect a very thin device like this to do so. After that, the 5.2-inch Super AMOLED display allows for easy handling around the actual screen itself, whether it's from side to side or even to the top. Looking at the screen, it is a 5.2-inch screen, an AMOLED screen actually, that comes in at 1080p resolution and 423 pixels per inch. What you'll notice here in the Color OS that has been updated to KitKat, there are now some darker elements involved, possibly to take better advantage of the AMOLED screen, but nonetheless it does look quite nice, and the update to KitKat does allow it to have a little bit more optimization and certainly better transitions in and out of the different elements. And Color OS, despite looking essentially the same as it did in previous iterations, is powered quite well and is very smooth. Especially with the Snapdragon 615, that is an octa-core construction underneath the surface that brings 2.1 gigahertz, backed by 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of onboard storage with no expansion available. Now, the battery underneath is a 2000 milliamp hour battery, but the VOOC fast charging is available, and that actual charger has been shrunken down, so you're not going to get the huge break like you did with the OPPO Find 7. Nonetheless, I really do like the screen here with the AMOLED construction that does work quite well outside, as you can see me looking at it right here going